still have those memories, you know, of when I first met Snow. I was with my mother. Her name was Nora. For a long time, I wanted to kill Snow. I dreamed of plunging a dagger into his heart, whispering my mother's name in his ear. I still remember our first meeting. It didn't go well. Mother was with me. There was a battle going on. She joined Snow to protect me, and then she was killed. I saw it happen, and I blamed Snow. I remember I was angry and filled with rage. I vowed to kill him. But you saved me. You showed me a way out of my anger. Looking back on it now, it's like it happened to someone else. I remember being angry, but I have no idea how that felt. Perhaps it's been too long. That wasn't very nice, now was it? What you did to poor Mog? It looked like it hurt.
I couldn't help it. I just reacted out of instinct. I don't go in for people hugging me or Moogles, even if I'm glad to see them.
I think you actually enjoyed the hug. You just lashed out to cover your embarrassment. Am I right?
Hope, you better drop it. You're treading on dangerous ground now.
Remember the details of each door. This kind here is what we call a time door. You've got to be careful around these things. It'll open on its own, or close with you inside, all based on the time of day. Even that route that we just came along will be sealed off at a different time of day. You could end up having to take the long way around, or get sealed in the ruins.
I took the liberty of checking the Order's records. Vanille and Fang woke up from their crystal stasis about 13 years ago. It appears they were both being held at the Order's main cathedral in LUXERION. But according to the records, Fang fled the Order shortly after, alone.
Those two were bound by some...
I'm getting strange readings from within that skeleton statue. If you destroy the statue, you may find treasure, or find yourself knee-deep in skeletons. If you take them on without any sort of plan, you're yourself in trouble. Proceed carefully. I've been trying to gather what information I can on these ruins, but it's no good. There are no records left from the time they were built. We don't even know who built them, or why, for that matter.
You think you can take us? Now.
Time can't be stopped. You're so eager to die. No looking back.
Chaos has distorted both space and time. We can no longer trust our scientific measurements to be accurate. I thought it might help you find the Clavis if I could find out more about who built these ruins and why, but it looks like that's simply not possible.
What a waste of time. It's hard to believe that up until 13 years ago, Vanille and I were stuck in that crystal pillar. Long sleep. Well, hell, it's been hundreds of years since the days we fought together as LUXERION. And before we met, I was stuck in another damn crystal. I've been asleep more than 1,000 years of my life. I did the math. Technically, I think that makes me the oldest hag on the planet. Not that I'll ever act my age. Wouldn't be much fun. You see strange devices all over the ruins. Nothing we've done has ever made them work. But why don't you try your savior magic?
Looks like you've reached your destination. There's an unbelievable source of energy radiating from behind that door.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. I can feel it from here. You think it's the power of the Clavis?
It seems likely. The reason that you can feel anything light is because the Clavis reacts to the Savior.
So, it wants me to come in and say hi. I get it. But this door doesn't seem to agree. It's stuck shut.
Yes. It's protected by a particularly nasty seal. My analyses suggest that the key to undoing this seal is hidden in the murals. There are 3 murals within this ruin which describe the true story of the gods. Only one who has seen them with their own eyes and has understood the truth of the gods will be able to pass through that great gate, the sacred gate, to reach the Holy Clavis.
3 murals, huh? Somehow I don't think a little art appreciation will be all I need to get that Clavis.
Well, the good news is, I know where the murals are. To see them all, you'll have to visit 3 galleries that are located elsewhere in the ruins.
Of course they are.
The gate which protects the Clavis is very heavily sealed. It's almost certain that you won't be able to open it without a special crux designed for such a purpose. Find that crux. Light, are you keeping an eye on your surroundings? That crest marks another seal, but I think you'll be able to break it with your powers. And the crux, of course. Alright, you can't break the seal with brute force. I'd say this is a shortcut out of the ruins. Good to know if you need to get back to the desert fast. Since you went to the trouble of unsealing the door, why don't you follow the path and see exactly where it leads?
Better get ready for the next fight. I've been surveying the desert all these long years. But I have been completely flummoxed by those cursed tablets.
It looks like someone who might be of some use has finally shown up. I was beginning to think that the world might end before that would happen. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, stranger. I am an exploratory rover bot called Bhakti.
What is this? An AI? Why are you here?
Oh, there are so many things I could tell you, and I would love to, but I'm afraid I'm most dreadfully low on fuel. And so I must ask you to consider my most unworthy plea before any explanations can be given.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, I could tell you are intelligent. It is just as you suspect. I hope that you might assist me in procuring fuel. Of the robot variety.
You expect me to head out into this huge desert and hope I'll strike oil?
Oil? I am a precision instrument. No, I need specific fuel from these locations. Near the sundry shop. In the bandit settlement. Beside the Adamantis skeleton. Somewhere at the base of that lofty and once great lighthouse. Those are the only locations I have detected so far. However, there may be others yet that I am unaware of.
I can have a look. How much do you need?
A worthy question. I think about 3 inertia worth should get me by long enough. I am depending on your assistance. I need that fuel to save my comrades as soon as I possibly can.
There are more of you?
Yes, and I expect my comrades are most eagerly awaiting me. And now you should feel an emotional responsibility to help me, should you not? I'm so glad that we could bond like this.
That is some programming you have.
It seems that robots like that Bhakti were used by...
Thank you very much. I feel so lubricated once again. Though, my bearings do creak quite a bit after so long without servicing. But I suppose I am just a robot. A few creaks are only natural. I do envy you humans, who do not need regular maintenance.
Maintenance? No. But we do get hurt, and then we need rest and care if we want to get better.
Yes, but the humans these days do not age nor die, compared to a robot that will never get better if it breaks down. Yours is a life of infinite chances.
Well, now you have a chance of your own. So what about those friends of yours who need saving?
They are just this way. Follow me.
I'm surprised that any of the bots are still functioning.
It certainly looked its age, but it carried on a conversation fine enough.
Everyone, I do apologize for your long wait. You must have been quite troubled by being trapped in here for such a long time. Do not worry. You are free now to leave. There does not appear to be a response. Do you suppose they are sleeping?
Are your friends out of fuel too? If they're like you, then they'll just need their tanks filled to be up and running again.
I'm afraid they would have little use for such fuel. They are humans after all.
What did you say?
I don't think those kinds of bots came with conversational functions. I guess someone must have tinkered with it.
My goodness. Everyone looks quite different than I seem to recall. Why have you become so thin? Did the many long years spent in this dry desert air absorb the moisture from your bodies?
These people.
My friends, they do not seem to be able to start up. If they have broken down, I will need to obtain new parts and repair them.
Bhakti, you can't repair a human like that. They're just gone. When humans die, they never wake up again.
Never start up again? But we are finally reunited after so long. I rationed my fuel so carefully, all in an effort to witness the end of the world together with them, my dear friends. I had no idea that they needed constant refueling. They must have thought that I had abandoned them here.
I don't think they did. They would have known that you were doing everything you could to save them. I'm sure they were grateful for that.
I thank you. Humans are a kind species. I truly did love these human companions of mine. Farewell, my friends.
Bhakti, you were the best friend these people could have hoped for. The light of these souls. They're the proof of how grateful your friends were.
We've been trapped for some time now. There's no food or water left. It looks like this is the end for us at last. If you're reading this, I hope you'll respect the wishes of the dead. Take our remains and give us a decent burial. Oh, and one other thing. I imagine you found a robot on the other side of this wall. If it stopped working, please bury it together with us. If it's still moving, though, please fix it up and find it a new home. We may look like fools for worrying about an old robot in our last moments. But Bhakti is not just a robot. He has always been our greatest ally, companion, and friend. We've been trapped for some time now.
It appears that Bhakti finally reached his limits. All of his functions have shut down.
Hope, what do you think this is? Can even a robot possess something like a soul?
I don't see how it could. A robot isn't made by God, but by man. But I do believe Bhakti felt for his dead companions. Perhaps those bonds gave him something like a soul. It's a nice fantasy to ponder, but hardly likely.
So Bhakti's just a hunk of metal that broke down next to its old owner, eh? I don't think I could get along with someone who thought like that.
Final words?
You've nearly reached one of the galleries. You should find a mural of the gods there. Be on guard, though.
A good bandit always is, right?
Now, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but I don't see any kind of mural around here. What's the story?
How disappointing. This is certainly the spot, but it seems that you'll have to activate the mural before we can view it. The device is missing a key component. You need certain ancient artifacts, known as tablets. If you found them...
All right then, impress me. After all this, these murals better blow me away. Or else I'm gonna have some words for you. We used to have this old rhyme, you know. Come, pity poor Etro, she was left all alone. Her blood pouring forth in chaos to atone. Queen of nothing, goddess of death, so let her be known.
And then Lindsay, in his wisdom, used the blood that flowed from Etro to give birth to the first humans.
Yeah, so we could do his dirty work. Among my people, Lindsay was known as a trickster, never to be trusted. Though, in the end, even our own god was no different. Pulse used us and threw us away all the same.
Yeah, I think we've all learned not to trust the gods.
At least it gave me the chance to meet you all. But then, after hundreds more years in Crystal, we wake up again. And for what? So Vanille can go mad listening to the cries of the dead? The gods want to make us pawns. But Vanille and me, we're done playing their games. It needs to stop.
Vanille and Fang. They once supported Cocoon in their crystal sleep, frozen forever in time. But why did they awake now, at the end of everything? What purpose could God have in doing such a thing? What sort of plan does he have up his sleeve?
That's a piece of a crux, right? What is this? All we get is some rubbish. Really?
It's no rubbish. It's the crux to the sacred gate, or at least one piece of it. All you have to do is gather all the pieces and put them together.
So, 2 more to go, right? 3 seems to be our favorite number. 3 murals, 3 shrines, and now 3 crux pieces.
You've got all the tablets, right? Go around to each of the galleries. You should be able to see all 3 murals now.
Of course, we weren't just sleeping away our days in that pillar. Hardly. We could feel what was going on in the world, though it all seemed like some sort of...
Together, we can't lose!
Ever dance with swords? Let the darkness use you.
You couldn't imagine how we felt while we just watched as the world slowly crumbled apart, unable to do a damn thing. Like a nightmare you couldn't wake up from.
Fang, get my back!
You're so eager to die. My tears fall into the chaos. Now you know who is stronger.
Together, we can't lose!
Won't go easy on you.
This doesn't look good.
I was just getting started. Another battle?
Is this real?
to die. Okay, let's do this. Gotta hang in. Don't even try.
You know, we were holding up half the world when we were in that pillar. We saved humanity. Not like it's something I can brag about, though. It wasn't heroic at all. It was more like atonement for all we'd done wrong before. No, not even that. There's no amount of atonement that will ever make right all the deaths we caused, all the lives that were destroyed. I know Vanille worries about that, too. She wants to make up for it, and she believes with all her heart that she can. But I don't think it's something that you can make up for or erase. What's done is done, but she won't accept that. Perfect time.
The edge of death.
here. We can't lose.
You feeling this? The air's different in here. I think we're close. We have to be. This heavy, cold atmosphere. It's got to be the power of the place. Let's see the second mural. I paid for this show, and I want to get my money's worth. Hey, Lightning. What do you make of this, then?
It's the story of the gods. Or rather, the story of us. It shows how humanity was born from blood spilled by the goddess Etro. But we weren't made to live forever like this. We were put on the world to serve the gods, do their bidding, and then die.
But then the chaos broke through and changed the rules. Everything went pear-shaped and suddenly it's like dying became an option. We became immortal, or that's how it felt at first.
You stopped aging the moment the chaos came, but misfortune and disease could still kill you.
And we don't multiply and fill the land anymore. No one's been born in centuries. You know, I always thought that death wasn't the end of us. Like our souls wouldn't disappear with our last breaths. They'd never really die. They'd come back. That's why I was never afraid to die for something I believed in. But now, I don't know. Dying feels like the end of the line. Like there's no hope of being reborn. Our souls will just get lost in the chaos forever. No second chances. I guess that's what Vanille wants to put a stop to. She figures this is her chance to save those lost souls. Some gear is something moved. It looks to me like another sealed path has been opened.
Let's go ahead and check it out.
The souls of the dead, crying out in their despair. No one else can see or hear them, so it's hard to appreciate what that would feel like. Do you think that Vanille is hearing the wishes of the dead? Is she hearing all of their regrets and desires?
We got the second piece. Let's go find the third.
You don't have to tell me. I'm more than ready to get that door open and get the clavis.
You've got all the tablets, right? Go around to each of the galleries. You should be able to see all 3 murals now.
You can't read me.
Eat this!
Time can't be stopped. My tears fall into chaos. Go easy on you. Get back to where you belong. My tears fell into the chaos.
I'd say this is a shortcut out of the ruins. Good to know if you need to get back to the desert fast.
Never get tired of this.
Gosh.
The monsters, don't you go busting up our ruins.
Which way did it come from?
The last mural, huh? And this'll give us the key we need to open the sacred gate. And we can finally reach the Clevis. Huh? If it isn't the man himself, the Order's idol, Benevelza, god of light. Death defiles the soul. Let salvation purify you. So the dead are unclean, is that what they think? And when Vanille performs the soul song, those bastards are going to make everything neat and tidy again.
What do you mean?
Don't you know? It's the ceremony that the Order's got planned. It's the reason they want the Holy Clevis. So Vanille can do their dirty work. Thing is, she's the only one who can hear the dead.
And the Clavis can draw the souls of the dead. Isn't that how it goes? So, what does the ceremony do? More than just summon the dead, I take it?
If you believe the Order, it's all putting the dead to rest and providing a salve for their tortured souls. That was enough for Vanille. Hook, line, and sinker. She says that she has to go through with the ceremony. She wants to atone for the past.
So it's what Vanille wants, this ceremony. But even knowing that, you have no intention of helping the Order?
Not in this lifetime.
wishes for the soul song to be performed, a rite that they claim will purify the souls of the dead. If it might save the souls of those who have died since the fall, you should be lending your support.
Right, this should complete the crux.
Let's try it on the sacred gate.
Come on, the clavis waits.
The completed crux should open the sacred gate. You've almost made it to the holy clavis itself. But be careful. The Order has mobilized its seculars. They may be on your heels. They want the clavis as much as you do.
Go bust it up on me.
It's your funeral! Do you dream of death?
Oh, so the time has actually come to open this door and see what's inside.
I always dreamed of becoming a bandit. Now I wonder why I ever waited so long.
If we get this open, we'll be face to face with the clavis at last.
And who knows what else. I wouldn't be laying your guard down just yet.
Like I need reminding. How long do you think I've been out here in the desert?
I'm picking up a huge energy source from within the sacred gate. It's just like Fang said, the clavis lies before you. It's close. It may have further protections, though. Be careful out there, Light.
We've finally made it.
Yeah, we've gone and done it. No way to go but forward now.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's do this. So that's the Holy Clavis. The magic box that'll bring together all the souls of the dead. Damn, can you feel that? It's like some kind of force pushing down on my chest.
There's no question. That artifact is definitely emitting powerful energy. No human could have made this. Not without divine help. Either that or the gods themselves made it.
Hope, fill us in. What's happening?
It's the seculars. They're close, and they're armed. I'm sorry. They must have been hiding in the chaos.
It's fine. Forget about it. Fang, it looks like seculars have already...
Sorry about this, Vanille.
Fang! What are you doing? This is what you've been looking for!
I'm not letting anyone else have it. If Vanille uses this damn thing, she'll die.
What do you mean?
Damn this thing! It's a bloody curse! Yeah, purify the dead, put them to their eternal rest. All it'll take is the life of a saint. Vanille is dead set on going through with it. She'll martyr herself to the past and then... You bastards want to take it from me? No!
You have done an admirable job. The Sacred One will doubtless be pleased. Allow us to thank you on her behalf. Get the Holy Clavis!
You call her the Sacred One, but you're the ones who want her to die! That ceremony is not gonna happen!
Hear this, heathen! You insult the Order of Salvation, and in doing so, you blaspheme our Almighty God! God's judgment be upon you. May you repent with your death!
I'll get my hands on the clevis over my dead body. So, Light, you want to lend me a hand?
You're asking now? Let's do it, Fang!
Don't get in my way.
Try to keep up. tears fall into the chaos. Time you met your maker. Get back to where you belong. My tears fall into the chaos. Go to hell! clavis.
Bastards! Won't open. They must have sealed it. Damn it!
We're not getting through that way. The sooner you accept it, the better. What's the deal with the clavis? What does it really do? Doesn't it ease the dead's suffering?
Oh, it eases it all right. See, they get Vanille to summon the souls from out of the chaos with the clavis, then destroy them. No more soul, no more suffering.
They're just gonna destroy them all? Does Vanille understand what she's doing?
She knows it, just like she knows it'll kill her. And she just goes on saying she's gotta do it. She says it's the only way to stop the cries she hears, the only way to save them.
And you didn't want to let her die like that. So you tried to get the clavis yourself.
Yeah, that was the plan. I was looking for it all right, but not to give it to her, to keep it from her. I knew what would happen if the Order got it. Vanille would kill herself, for a lie! So I joined up the bandits here, and watched over the ruins, and as long as no one found it, I could leave well enough alone. Now you see why I came along with you? I had to make sure that the Savior wouldn't hand the clavis over to the Order. I didn't even trust an old friend like you.
That's low. You even doubted your old pal Lightning, spying on her like she was gonna stab you in the back. But I guess it's not so different from the way I spied on you. I had to wait forever to tip those guys off.
You? You're the one who led the Secuitors to us?
Exactly, and without Hope even noticing a thing. Now the Order has their little clavis and they're beating a trail back to LUXERION. I can't wait to see that ceremony, can you? All those useless souls purified forever in return for Vanille's life. Even the soul that was once Sarah, wiped away like it never existed.
When does the ceremony take place?
It'll happen on the last day of the world. When the final bells start to toll across the land, Vanille will face the clavis and begin the soul song.
Fang, Vanille is going to die.
You never did mince words.
And I can't save her.
So, what's your point?
I save souls by granting them what they wish for. If Vanille wishes for death with all her heart, then I have to let her have it. I have no choice.
You're saying you'd let her die?
Yes, if she doesn't change her mind. I can't do it for her. You are the only one who knows how she feels. The only one who can save her from her darkness. You always have been.
All right. I get it. I get it, Vanille. You hear me? We're in this together, until the very end.
The magic that was sealing the door is fading away now. You can try to chase them, but the clavis is halfway back to LUXERION now, safe in the Order's hands.
It's been real, Lightning. But now, it's time to go our separate ways.
Got it. Hey, next time I'm in the desert.
You won't see me. The gang's officially disbanded. I've got somewhere else I need to be.
Sounds like we have a date in LUXERION. Good luck, Fang. See you at the end of the world.
They can't complete such a complicated ceremony on any day they choose. It'll have to be on a specific day.
I came here about 100 years ago, and back then they were saying that the ruins were picked bare.
Just so you know,
I hope you can make everyone...
running.
You did a fantastical job, Lightning!
I thought I'd go visit. I'm using the money to...
The train will leave soon.
I'm collecting donations on behalf of the Order. We ask that every true... Bless you. I'm collecting... We ask that every true... Bless you. True believers who give...
Her tears were something. That smile.
Are you in the military?
I'm out patrolling these days. Got tired of living in the shadows.
The heretics for lunch today? I want to eat something really yummy tomorrow.
Is that a combat suit?
But at least those horrifying murders are finally stopped.
It's nice and light.
You mentioned you used to cover high-profile stories. I'm investigating a story for a friend. Do you know anything about a man named Ranulf?
Ranulf? Yes, I think I do. Yes. The poor man's wife and daughter were brutally murdered over some business dispute. Happened quite a while ago. He lost everyone he loved in the blink of an eye. What a tragedy.
That's some memory you have. This happened centuries ago.
My boss put me in charge of that story. It's one that's hard to forget.
That's lucky for us. Ranulf himself asked me to look into the case, so he can know the truth. Do you think you can help?
Actually, I think I might be able to do just that. I can hardly refuse any favors from you now, can I? Except, I wonder if you wouldn't mind doing something for me in exchange. Nothing too time-consuming.
You already owe me.
Just to hear me out, please. You're helping all kinds of people, aren't you? Would you keep doing that, but when you're done, come tell me their stories.
Just their stories? Are you sure that's all you want from me?
Yes, I want to write something that will inspire people and lift their spirits. What better subject than you?
I've done what you asked.
I knew you could do it. That's great news for everyone. You'll be an inspiration to my readers. This will make a fantastic article.
I'm not one to preach morality, but doesn't that violate some sort of reporter ethics? Writing stories that you helped create?
The job of a reporter is to follow the truth, and that's what I'm doing. But if we're being completely honest, the real reason I asked for that favor isn't for a story. My real purpose was to observe you and watch you in action.
What do you mean? Why me?
I know who you are now. You help people, and in doing so you save their souls. That's the duty you've been assigned by you-know-who upstairs. You are the savior, aren't you?
Huh. You knew who I was all along.
Let's just say I had a hunch. But don't worry. Your secret will be safe with me. I won't tell anyone. Oh, by the way, I looked into Ranulf's past. I found something that might be helpful. The case was cold for a long time, but it turns out they did find a suspect in the end.
So, was he arrested?
I don't know if this is good news or not, but the person in question appears to have passed away some time ago. Once the authorities saw the death certificate, they stopped the investigation.
You're right. I don't know if that's good or bad news. So who was the person behind this?
Some lowlife that was part of a criminal organization, specialized in petty crime. The Order had been on his trail for a while. But he was a wily little rat, managed to stay one step ahead. He went through aliases, but the one on the death certificate was Reddick.
Reddick? I met someone with the same name in the Warren. He said he'd been in hiding for a long time.
Could it be the same man? Is it possible he's still alive? But there was a death certificate and everything.
He mentioned that he was dead in the eyes of the law. And he also knew where Ranulph's journal was.
Do you think he managed to fake his own death by forging the document to escape the Order's scrutiny? I suppose that could be possible. Then it looks like the case has been solved. We found our man. I'll go through the records again, in case we missed something.
It was Reddick, the man in the Warren with no name. Are you gonna tell Ranulph about this?
If it really was Reddick, there's something I want to ask him first. Let's go to the Warren and see if he'll talk. You look really upset.
Yeah, bet you can't guess why.
Don't tell me. You were dumped.
No. I mean, yeah, I guess so, pretty much. We were supposed to go on a date. It was set. I made us a reservation at the Banquet of the Lord. Do you know how hard that was to get?
Being stood up is never fun.
Yeah. Now I've got to cancel it. I can't go alone. Unless, that is, you want to go? Then it wouldn't be a total waste, would it?
Wow, how could I say no?
I know. I'm not good at talking to women. I just wanted to sit and watch the fireworks together. My girl looking gorgeous in her best dress, the colorful lights reflected in her eyes.
Did you just get asked out on a date? You're not really going, are you?
He wasn't serious.
Are you sure? He might end up in the Banquet of the Lord at a table for two, waiting for you to show up.
That's really his problem, not mine. I'm not...
And how might I be of help?
Welcome! A customer! This is so exciting! What can I get you?
Well, what do you serve?
Anything you want. How about the chef's special made from top-quality recycled materials? Deep-fried niblet hair bowls.
Are you sure that's actually edible?
Oh, yes, it definitely won't kill you, I can guarantee it. And since you're my first customer in days, no charge.
Nothing ventured.
That's the spirit. Take the plunge, I say. Well, does it make your taste buds sing? Are you transported to culinary heaven?
This is...
Too tart? Too much salt, perhaps? I can brush it off if you like.
No, it's actually really good.
God, that is a relief. I mean, of course it's good. I knew you'd love it. I've been working on the recipe for weeks. Unfortunately, it's not very nutritious. People are more health conscious these days, which is ironic considering the times.
Nutritious or not, you'd think that more people would come back for this.
I think it must be me. I just don't have a head for business. No matter how hard I work, I just can't seem to attract more customers. I've been living on the brink of financial ruin for years now. My son got sick of it, so he left.
You've got the chops to be a good cook, though. Why don't you try to find yourself a partner? You know, someone you trust who has a better head for business.
Now that you mention it, I hear there's a famous food expert here in YUSNAAN. Apparently he specializes in turning around lost causes like mine. I'll bet... No, I know he could help me, but how do I find him? All I know is his name.
And what is it?
Gordon Gourmet. Despite his fame, he's hard to track down. If you do happen to run into him, could you tell him about CDs?
Gordon Gourmet. I'll remember it.
You are far too kind. Thank you so much. I hope you find him soon.
We are happy to welcome you.
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied. I see. CD's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. CD's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordon Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see... Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? All right, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the gluttonous quarters should do.
Welcome, everyone, to the banquet of the
What a gorgeous dress!
Welcome! From the elegant simplicity of straight spirits on the rocks to complex and fruity concoctions with little umbrellas, we serve all kinds of drinks. Cocktails can be served, chilled or warm, shaken or stirred. Everyone has their own preferences. We encourage customers to consult with our staff to create the perfect cocktail to accompany their evening.
That was useful information, but you still have more to learn. You should visit more restaurants in the globe.
Step right up! Get the best meat and kebabs in use! Our meat is shipped directly from the wildlands. We use only natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. Grilling and roasting are the best. The key is knowing how to seal in the juices and flavors. And we do that better than anyone else.
Like, I'm glad you're enjoying all the food, but I hope...
Every one of our fish is fresh.
Festivities are about to kick off. The Recreation and Leisure Committee
We get our
would like
seafood
to take
fresh
this
every
opportunity
morning.
to
Comes straight out
welcome
of the
all
ocean.
visitors
Tastes
to the
great
city.
raw or grilled.
Remember,
A chef is even more important when preparing uncooked dishes. The way you slice a tuna makes all the difference in the world.
You're gonna be a real food connoisseur by the time this is over. You just have 3 more restaurants left to visit.
He's only
only the most famous and...
Come enjoy the healthy fruits of the earth! Even kids who hate greens love my veggie dishes. Vitamins in vegetables are determined by their color. You want a wide variety for a well-balanced diet.
Two more places, Light, and you'll have managed to sample all the popular restaurants of the Glutton's Quarter.
Welcome. We have a popular. Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
Almost there, Light. You have one more restaurant left to visit.
This is the famous banquet. Welcome. Welcome. When offering a complete dining experience to discerning patrons, superb food and excellent drinks are not enough. One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining space from the viewpoint of my customers, the comfort, the decor. Our customers want more than just a meal. They come for the memories they can savor for years to come.
Well, you visited all the best restaurants.
Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If CD's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at CD's and at the best establishments in YUSNAAN. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old CD's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say. The best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about CD's? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles. Let me be specific. Once upon a time, CD's recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about CD's.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice, his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success, he just needs the final ingredient. Ha! I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. CD's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of CD's for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to CD's together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and CD's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Lightning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of CD's told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that ran away from home when the restaurant started struggling? Great minds, Hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
And that's why Gordon won't meet CD's owner. But he still clearly wants to help out.
Gordon Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait, this handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to CD's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway. Wow. This might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
What an elegant spirit. Huh?
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at CD's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh, yes. A perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight. A theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of CD's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what CD's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes, now let's get to it, shall we? Together. We'll make CD's a success again!
That went well. A microcosm of culinary delight, did he say? That sounds rather tasty to me. Was it as good as he said?
Want me to pick you up some takeout?
You know what I'd prefer over that? If sometime you made me one of your specialty dishes.
I haven't spent much time in kitchens, but if you want something off a campfire grill, maybe I could rustle something up. I was never as good a cook as Sarah, but I have been told that I grill a pretty mean behemoth steak. So I tried your latest concoction. It worked well. Better than I was expecting.
That is most gratifying to hear. Then the name was well chosen. Miraculously, the miracle nectar works. I have succeeded, but I cannot rest on my laurels. I shall give you another task that is something of a diversion. In science, sometimes you must step off the path of pure research and hack into the jungle of commerce.
What are you talking about? A diversion? You're starting to lose me with your metaphors.
My research requires expenditures, flasks, Bunsen burners, liability insurance, etc. I need new revenue streams.
You want me to help you make money, is that right?
Bluntly put, but in essence, yes. Exactly. I want you to be a spokesperson for my latest product. This is the concoction that you previously tested. I'm rebranding it as the Nectar of the Gods. Catchy, don't you think? It's yours for free, and I can even offer a guarantee.
What do you want me to do with it exactly? You already know it works, so you don't need me to just test it, do you?
I want you to participate in the battle arena. Then, in battle, you must drink the nectar in front of the entire crowd. If all those people see how well it works for you...
Then they'll come flocking to buy their own.
Exactly. They'll see you drink the potion and think that it will make them as beautiful and powerful as you. Oh, how they'll be clamoring to give me their gill.
And it's all for the sake of science, right?
Science? What do you... Ah, yes. Yes, of course, for science. That goes without saying. Oh dear, you... Do come... I want you to part... If all the...
Welcome to our shop. We got lots of great adornments.
Cultured flan isn't for me. I like those
The accident in the office.
We promise to deliver the utmost welcome.
Safe journeys.
Enjoying your time in your...
Nothing but the
Good
best
evening. It's now 7 p.m. and the nightly festivities are in full swing. The Recreation and Leisure Committee encourages visitors to visit all the attractions our city has to offer. Thrills, spills, lights, and magic.
You came
Our
after
city
all.
has it all.
You look
We order you
absolutely
to enjoy
beautiful.
yourself.
You're like an angel from heaven.
I heard this place serves a mean steak.
Yeah, it's delicious, all right. But first, let's watch the fireworks, okay? See? Aren't they amazing? You know, I really want to thank you for coming out with me.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm just here for the steak.
Sure. We're just eating, right? My girl won't get mad at me for that.
Why do you still call her my girl? I thought she dumped you.
Actually, about that, I kind of embellished things. When you saw me looking so blue, it wasn't because I was dumped. See, well, the thing is, me and my girl were engaged to be married. But then she died. It happened so suddenly. I was in shock.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But then you came along, and I invited you out, and you said yes. And you even showed up. I mean, I didn't think you would. You don't know me from Adam. My girl and I had been looking forward to this day for weeks and weeks. She loved the fireworks of YUSNAAN. She said seeing them made her forget about the end of the world. But then, all of a sudden, she was gone for good. I think she guided you here, so I could enjoy the fireworks for us both. It sounds crazy, but it could be true. Stranger things have happened.
Do you know the magic word?
to face the Angel of Death? You can't leave me. Let's make a show of it. Are you looking for someone?
Huh? Oh, yes. Yes, I am. My 6 friends.
Did you lose them somewhere in the crowd?
They just disappeared and didn't even leave a feather behind.
Leave a feather? Ah, these friends, are they pet birds?
Pets? Absolutely not. No, we were raised together. Well, you see, the truth is, I'm really a chocobo.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. I was born on a farm out in the wildlands. I was named Primrose after the flower, which is yellow, just like I was. We lived together in a cozy little hutch.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You're saying that you're not human, but a chocobo with wings and yellow feathers.
That's right. Well, I mean, I was. Back on the farm in the wildlands with my 6 friends. But then one day we were supposed to move to a new home in YUSNAAN. We boarded the cargo train bound for YUSNAAN, and that's when it came. The chaos, I mean.
You got split up from your friends.
Yes! I haven't seen hide or feather of them since. And the very worst thing of all, somehow I ended up turning into a human.
So that's why you've been going to places where chocobos might gather, searching for them.
I had to do something. I just have no idea where they may have gone. We promised each other we'd always be together no matter what.
Right. Well, if what you say is true, it must be hard for you. I'm sorry.
Could you do me a favor? If you run into my 6 chocobo friends, could you tell them what happened to me?
I really can't tell chocobos apart, but I'll see what I can do. Now you're sure they're not around here?
Oh, yes, I'm sure. They aren't all grown up like the chocobos here. We're still pretty young.
A hunt for 6 chocobo chicks. Hope, is there any way to pinpoint them?
No, not with these sensors. But I can search the city records, in case anyone's reported lost chicks. Bingo! Here it is.
6 reports and 6 missing chocobo chicks. Well, at least the numbers seem to match up.
Please help me. I need you to find my 6 friends.
She really seems to think that she used to be a chocobo. The question is, do you believe her?
No, Hope.
This is completely hopeless. Maybe I should just give up. I practice and practice, but no one cares.
No one cares about what?
Oh, you heard that, huh? Well, the thing is... Wow, look at you.
What is it?
I'm sorry. It's just that, well, you have the most amazing look. And it's like you have this incredible aura that screams, look at me! I mean, I bet people stare at you all the time. God, you're so lucky. What's your secret?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have any secret. Why don't you take a breath and calm down for a second?
Right, I'm sorry. It's just that I got so excited. See, the thing is, I need people to pay attention to me. It's not that I'm vain or anything. I'm trying to make it as a baton twirler. I've gotten really good at it too. I can twirl with the best of them, but I can't call myself a performer without an audience.
It's not exactly my field, but have you tried working on your look? Improving your stage presence?
Yeah, not so much. I spend all my time practicing the baton dawn to dusk. I've never had time to learn about clothes and fashion and things.
Neither have I. Trust me.
Shut up! That's not true, is it? I mean, look at you. And look at me. I wouldn't even know where to start. Wait! I have a fantastic idea. You wouldn't be able to help me accessorize, would you? Can you collect adornments for me? If I see enough of them, it might trigger my dormant fashion sense.
I wouldn't want to give out fashion advice, but if it's just collecting things, I guess I can do that.
Really? You'll help? Oh, you're the best! I mean, I've heard of adornments, of course, but I have no idea what's out there. Can you just collect a bunch and show me what you find? It'll be a huge help.
You can buy adornments.
Wow! I can't believe you were able to collect so many! Okay, now give me a minute while I look through them. Now I get it! I know what I've been doing wrong all this time. I'm gonna go change. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, be completely honest. What do you think? Is this my new look? Am I new and improved?
It's good. A definite improvement.
Phew, I was hoping you'd say that. I know, there's still room for improvement. I still have a lot of work to do in the clothes department if I want to stand out. So, I hate to ask you for another favor, but can you collect more adornments for me? This is a really awesome start, but I need more inspiration if I want to be stage star amazing. Please, you have to help me out.
Once you've collected a few.
Well, I see someone's been busy. Wow, everything's so sparkly and shiny. It's like sensory overload. Wait, hang on. Yes, I've got it. Another great flash of inspiration. Hang on while I change. No peeking. Do you hear me? What do you think? Pretty far out, huh? I've never dressed like this before. Oh, geez. You don't think it's too much, do you?
Depends on what you're trying to do. If you want attention and a bigger audience, I'd say you're on the right track.
Maybe you're right, but it's still not perfect. Oh, I just don't have the magnetic charisma that you have. I need something else. But what? Look, I hate to ask, but can you run out there and collect more adornments? Just a few more should do it. I'm almost there, I know it, but I need one more jolt of inspiration. You'll help me, won't you? We've come this far, you might as well. Another great haul! Oh, I can feel it. Here it comes, the inspiration! And yes, I've got it. I am totally inspired! Which means it's time to slip into my final outfit. Wait here, okay? I'll be back super quick. What do you think? Say goodbye to the old lame Candice and say hello to the brand new amazing me!
I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it's effective. There's no question about that. I can't tear my eyes away. Don't know what else to say besides the fact that it leaves an impression.
Oh, I can see it now. All those people staring at me, asking themselves, who is that spectacular girl with the baton? Now that I have everyone's attention, are you ready for the most amazing baton twirling you've ever seen in your entire life?
Well done, Light. But what are you gonna do with all those adornments? Maybe you could wear them yourself. If you followed her lead, you could attract just as much attention.
Seems like something's troubling you.
Are you like a mind reader or something? Are you a witch? How could you tell? How could you tell?
I could hear you talking to yourself.
Oh, you mean I said all of that out loud? I don't like bothering people with my problems. I usually bottle it up. I guess it slipped out.
Why don't you try sharing with me? It might make you feel better, and maybe I can help.
You wouldn't mind? Well, as long as you keep it a secret. You're friends with the Baton Girl, right? I'm talking about the divine Candice, of course. The thing is, I've been a huge fan of hers, since way before she became as popular as she is now. Watching her twirl that baton with a big smile on her face, it fills my heart with cheer. The simple fact is, I adore her. I'm totally smitten, and I've decided to confess my love. Any day now.
So, why not today?
Because she might turn me down. Or even worse, think I'm a creep. Then I couldn't sit here and watch her anymore. That would be awful. But I've got to do something. I can't go on living like this. So I've come up with a plan. I'm going to give her a present. That's what guys do, right? Give presents to the girl they like? She's obviously into fashion, so I'm going to give her an adornment. You know, something trendy she'd like.
Sounds like a good plan. What are you waiting for? Go get her the present.
I want to, but the adornment I want is so popular that you have to be at the shop right when it opens so you can nab one before they sell out. But I always have to work then, and I can't afford to take time off. If only I could get that present. I would totally go up to her.
All right. I'll go and buy it for you.
You will? Thanks. If you did, I could talk to Candice. Here's the flyer from the shop. It has all the details you need. Oh, and don't forget to get it wrapped. With a ribbon and everything.
Light, you're being unusually kind to these two.
Are you saying I'm usually not kind to people? I'm not sure what it is. There's just something about them that makes me want them to get together.
In that case, the right present should do the trick, I'd say. And I don't think he'll act without one.
Listen to you. All of a sudden, aha!
This little fella is lost? You don't say. Well, if you have to take him back to his friends, it can't be helped. I'm gonna miss him, though.
You found the first Chocobo chick!
My finally. It has been a pleasure.
There you are.
Was this little one waiting on you? Because he's been here a very long time. I only know because I've been sitting here for ages as well. The fool I call my boyfriend is late again.
You got 2. Now to find the other 4. Good luck.
I'm so happy someone came.
Aha!
Oh, does this Chocobo belong to you? My parents found her, but I don't know where. Brought her home and said they were gonna grill her with salt. So I rescued her before they could. But if you're the real owner, then you should have her. It's only right.
Light, that's 3 down. You're halfway there.
There you are.
Oh, so this little chick belongs to you. In case you didn't know, he's been here for a while. Well, you're safe now. Mommy's here. I bet you can't wait to go home.
That's 4 of them. Only 2 to go.
There you are.
Wow, seriously? You'll take the Chocobo off my hands? What a relief. I found him stuck inside one of the luggage carts. I read every regulation, but there wasn't a single mention of Chocobo chicks. But now I can report in the logbook that the lost animal was claimed by its owner. Case closed. Go on, he's all yours.
That's 5 chicks. You only need 1 more.
raise the curtains. I won't go easy on you. Your tears fall into the chaos. Thanks for waiting. Okay, let's do this. Swords. Time you met your maker. Pray for the dead. Pray for the dead. Won't go easy on you. Aha.
Ah, good. I was hoping the owner would turn up. He was a hungry stray, so I've been looking after him and feeding him. But he's all yours now.
That's it, number 6. You should take the chicks back to where Primrose is waiting. She should be in the Augur's Quarter.
Leisure Committee for guests of the Augur's Quarter. Due to the incident that occurred during the recent performance, all events in the immediate area have... The Recreation and Leisure Committee would like to remind visitors that activity is also increasing. Fountain Show is visitors are being held to exercise caution when on the street. Don't miss this signature YUSNAAN event.
I've got some good news for you. I've found all of your missing friends.
You have? And all 6 of them? They're safe and sound? Thank you. What a kind human you are. Look, can you see? My friends are saying thank you as well.
You're welcome.
When the first chaos swept us away, I didn't know what to do, so I prayed. I prayed for someone to help me, and that I wouldn't be taken away from my friends.
Don't lose them again.
Oh, I won't, I can promise you that. We're never gonna let that happen again. And now it's time for me to return to my normal form. Thank you, Savior.
Did she really just turn back into a chocobo? How did she do it? Light, do you know what happened here?
Beats me. I'm just as surprised about this as you are. Maybe the person we talked to was just an illusion, created by this little one's desire to be with her friends again.
This way, ladies, and all you
deal.
You look like a princess.
Have a little look-see. What the?
Looking for a partner?
So...
I've got a new tour going.
Things look quiet here. You're not running any sneaking in specials?
Hey, it's you! Welcome back! You're not gonna believe how perfect your timing is. We've got monsters infesting the whole industrial area. Things I've never seen before. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? So I've created a new tour, an extreme action-adventure vacation right here. Death Safari, a battle against ferocious monsters. I came up with the title myself.
But let me guess, no takers yet, right?
Bunch of wimps, these tourists. But not like you, though. You can handle anything. Why don't you go in there and kill all the monsters? Clean the place out. You'd be doing me a favor, so I could offer you a discount on the usual rate.
So you want me to pay for the privilege of helping you?
Did I say discount? I meant to say 100% free, no charge.
Okay, I'll do it. So all you want from me is to fight any monsters I come across. Nothing fancy, right?
That's the spirit. I knew you'd be into it. And yeah, just fight them as they come. But bring back any items they drop so we can make a tally.
Anything else I should know?
Just the usual stuff. You know how it works. No guarantees, at your own risk. Don't blame us if you die, etc., etc. Good luck.
What's your most valuable treasure? You got in my way. Ready to face the Angel of Death? Life burns brighter at the edge of death. I saw this coming. Looking for a partner?
Can you hear me? Congratulations! You just completed the Death Safari! There she is! Nice work! So, how'd you enjoy the adventure tour? Any feedback for the next one?
It might be too dangerous for regular tourists. On the other hand, I found it too easy, to be honest.
Too easy, huh? I had a feeling you might say that, which is why I've laid on a special bonus tour, and here's the ticket. It's a special event being held in the warehouse district, invitation only. If you head over to the warehouses, you'll find Biggs waiting for you. Just show him the ticket.
A special event? You mean a dangerous event, right? I'm interested.
You bet it's dangerous. I guarantee it, except that's against company policy. You know, lady, you're a real inspiration to the likes of me. It's too late for me in this life. But if I do end up being reborn, I'm gonna grab life by the reins and make something of myself. Say, tell me your name. You know, just in case we meet in the next world. Mine's Wedge.
I'm Lightning, and I'll see you around, Wedge. Too bad this'll end tragically. The light of your soul is mine. Let's dance. Feel like dying.
you again? Are you going to enter? Bring my crowd.
A worthy opponent. Well, you look busy.
The first moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. This woman is the Philosopher's Stone. She'll be the key to making gold.
All for science.
Of course! The search for the nature of all things requires money, and lots of it. This will enrich me. I mean, help my research immensely.
Fine, but if I hear you're handing out untested potions to customers again, your researching days will be over.
Oh, a threat? How frightening. But we're partners. Let's not argue. Besides, I haven't given you your reward. It's only right that you share in the fruits of my research, so this is for you. Oh dear, you are...
What's this?
Yes, I have added chaos seeds to the brew. According to my calculations, this will greatly enhance your physical and your spiritual health. Allow me to share a fundamental truth. Human souls themselves are born from the chaos. The discovery shook the alchemic world to its core, but years of research have borne out the results. My latest concoction is a result of this discovery, and one of the first practical applications.
Our souls come from the chaos? Why do you think that?
Years of research, I say. Whether you choose to believe it or not, that's up to you. Both the chaos and human souls are ephemeral things. They defy understanding and elude comprehension. To try to define them with theories is like trying to hold smoke in the hand.
Slaughterhouse time. Watch the world's mightiest 11 p.m. party, and that means do get out in YUSNAAN's famous battle arena. Mightiest and most foolhardy warriors do get out in YUSNAAN's famous battle arena. Brought to you by the Recreation and Leisure Committee and the Association of Health Potion Wholesalers.
The lights that fill this area, they illuminate new temptations when you're walking alongside.
11 p.m., and that means slaughterhouse time. Watch the world's mightiest and most foolhardy warriors do get out in YUSNAAN's famous battle arena. Brought to you by the Recreation and Leisure Committee and the Association of Health Potion Wholesalers.
Service that makes you feel like...
Miss Mighty Savior!
Don't forget to... We have been given eternal youth.
The trains to the Wildlands and the Dead Dunes leave from the southern station.
The area around the South Station was built not so long ago.
Oh, great. You again.
Now that I have Ranulph's journal, I know who was behind the murders of his wife and child. You've been running ever since. You even faked your own death.
I knew someone would make me. You got me. So you know everything. Yeah, I did it. I killed his family. I took the lives of his beautiful wife and daughter. All for a little money. The one who hired me had a rival business, and he wanted Ranulph out of the game. He's long gone, though. Passed away some time ago.
After you took care of business for this man, did you also steal the journal?
Again, that was me. Years after the incident, something happened to Ranulph. One day, he just seemed to forget the whole thing ever happened. I thought it was a lucky break on my part. I figured it was the best thing for all of us.
But why didn't you just dispose of it? It would have been easier than giving it to someone for safekeeping. And if it links you to the crime, why help me find it?
Guilt. I was too much of a coward to turn myself in, but I think I was waiting for someone to figure it out. I wanted this day to come. I'm tired of running. Turn me in, arrest me, do what you want.
It's not up to me to decide your punishment. Not even the Order. I'd say it's up to Ranulph. Wouldn't you?
So be it. I'll be right here waiting for retribution. Hey, I know you don't owe me anything. But do me a favor, will you? Don't tell my son about this, okay? That's all I ask.
Who's your son?
Name's Marlon. He's my stepson. A good kid. He's nothing like me. Got his own business and everything.
Marlon? He's not a baker by any chance, is he?
You know him? Even though I'm not his real father, he sends me money on a regular basis. You know, to get by. He has a good heart. I couldn't ask for a better son. I really don't deserve a boy like him.
Light, isn't Marlon the boy Ranulph is so fond of? The one who bakes him those muffins that he loves so much?
This does complicate things, but Ranulph insisted he wants to know the truth, and that's what I'm gonna give him.
Really? Even though something like this could ruin their friendship? Do you think Ranulph's prepared for that, after losing his family all over again?
Cycle of life. Welcome to our...
You have an hour before you will be
I'm so sorry, but I'm out of flour, so I haven't been able to bake today.
Marlon, you're so kind to come all this way just to tell me that. Never mind, I'll just have extras tomorrow.
You won't have to wait that long, I promise. I'll be back later.
I've decided to tell Ranulph the truth. The cold, harsh, unforgiving truth of his past. Even though it could cause him to lose a dear friend. Ranulph, I know who killed your family. He lives right here in LUXERION. He's been in hiding since he committed that crime.
Are you sure? Who is he?
The man's name is Reddick. His home is in the Warren for obvious reasons, and I found out something else about him too. But I'm not sure you really want to hear it.
I'd like to know, please. I'm done running from the past. I'd even forgotten about the family I once loved. From now on, I'm seeing things for what they really are.
All right. This Reddick, the man who killed your family, he has a stepson. His name... it's Marlon.
What? You mean my Marlon?
What are you going to do? Are you going to inform the Order of this information that's come to light? Or do you want to take matters into your own hands?
I'd rather not do anything. I just want to continue spending my days just like this. Nothing more. After all, we have few days left.
You forgive him?
No, but I'd rather Marlon didn't know. Imagine what it would be like to find out your father is a killer. You've helped me discover the truth, and I have no regrets. Marlon's innocent. What would be the point of burdening him with this sort of knowledge? His smile is what kept me going all this time. His friendship is what saved me. I don't want revenge. I also don't want to be the reason Marlon loses his father.
If that's what you want, I'll respect your wishes. The case has already been closed, and the suspect declared dead. No reason to bring him back to life now.
Thank you. My family would have wanted it this way. I can almost feel them smiling at me from above. Besides, I wouldn't want anything like this to stop Marlon from baking those delicious muffins of his. I'll continue to chronicle my life in my journal. But only about the precious moments I spent with my wife and daughter. I just want to document my memories. I want to leave proof of their existence.
The scenery today is the same as yesterday. But for Ranulph, nothing is the same. His entire world has changed. The past can never be undone. Yet, he has chosen to exempt a stranger from punishment. He didn't need saving, just someone to remind him of his strength and courage.
Good old Ranulph, cheerful as always.
I hear rumors of the murder victims returning from the beyond. Apparitions going. Bounty hunters in there too.
Return to the Ark at 6.
Are you ready to to take the stage. No thief. Let the darkness embrace you. My victory was...
It's nearly 6. Don't be alarmed when the teleportation process starts. It can be quite sudden.
Could that shadow hunter behind me?
Sacred Tree of Light. Yggdrasil.
You survived another day.